Hi everyone, and welcome to the Tarot Circle. Today is the 13th of March 2024 here in Hong Kong, and it's the 12th of March in the US and Canada. And I'm Ali, and I'd like to introduce you to my fellow co-hosts. We've got Lynn on the bowls there, and we've got Kaila looking gorgeous. We're missing one of our lovely circles, so we're kind of like a triangle today, because Barb has a gig, but she might be able to pop in on a bit. But we have a special guest soon, which I'll tell you a little bit more in a sec. So without further ado, we're going to hand over to Kaila and Lynn, and we're going to clear the energy as we always do.
So hello, everybody. We welcome you. We thank you for being here, and we hope that everybody is doing very well. Today, we're just going to focus on clearing the energy as we usually do, but we're just going to focus that energy outwards into the world as well, just clearing that energy field and bring it towards you. If anybody is feeling any special, need for positivity, we're going to send it your way. So we ask our spirit guides, our higher selves, God, source energy, to be with us now. Everything else must leave now. Only the highest vibrational love energy is welcome here. And over to you, Lynn.
And back to you, ladies.
Thanks, Lynn. Thank you. So before we go on, if you like what we do, please like, share, and subscribe. We are on YouTube. We're also on Rumble. I'll pop the link below for Rumble if you're watching this on YouTube, and vice versa, because we go onto Rumble and we talk about slightly more interesting subjects, shall we say, that we can't talk about on YouTube so much. So please do drop us a comment as well. That's always appreciated. So our first poll that we're going to do today is there's been lots of very weird things happening with the royals lately. So we had King Charles. He was diagnosed with some form of cancer, which we don't really know what it is yet. We've got Kate, William's wife, Duchess of Cambridge. And she was in hospital earlier this year having an undisclosed abdominal surgery. Now, she hasn't been seen in public since, I think it was December. And then after she was in hospital earlier this year, we were told that she'd be out of action for 9 months, which is quite strange, really, because if you think about what possible medical problem could take you out for 9 months, it has to be something pretty serious, right? Also, then we were told that William would be out of action as well for a while until after Easter. And he was supposed to go to a royal funeral, some Greek guy, I can't remember who it was, for personal reasons. So it's like they're trying to keep them away. We also had Fergie, Sarah Ferguson, Prince Andrew's ex. She was diagnosed with skin cancer as well. And so basically, it seems that the royal family are just not really around at the moment. So what's happening? Sort of weird things are happening. When I think that they've exited stage left already, and they've been made to depart in some way for their past misdemeanors, of which the royal family have many. I'm not sure. What do you guys think has happened to the royals before we get into the cards? Have you guys got any thoughts on what's actually happened to them.
Yeah, I pretty much agree with what you're saying. And so we're hoping finally we're seeing some sort of justice being done behind the scenes, because we know, as you said, there's a lot of things happening with the royal family that should not be, to put it, lightly. So let's see. I mean, it's very interesting. All of them at once seem to be leaving the world scene, right?
Yeah. So what happened at the weekend? So in the UK, it was Mother's Day on Sunday, and the palace, the royal family, released this particular photo of Kate with her kids, apparently taken by William. The next day, it was killed using those words by Reuters, AFP, all the press agencies, because they said that there was manipulation and editing anomalies, should we say. And apparently Charlotte's wrist and her cardigan don't kind of match up. There's something about Kate's zip, something about the trees in the background as well. Apparently that doesn't really suit the time of year. You've also got, and I can't remember which guy this is, yeah, you've got him crossing his fingers, which is really bizarre, isn't it? Kate's not wearing her wedding ring either, which is interesting. So the question did someone just put this photo together? And then the next day, Kate says, "Oh, that was me. Sorry, I was playing with it. I'm a amateur editor, and I was playing with it." But it doesn't really answer all the questions that we kind of had about all these problems that the press agencies kind of picked up. So let's pull on what's really going on with Kate. Should we do like a broad overview, or either you guys got any specific questions, or should we just do a broad overview of what's happening with Kate at the moment?
That sounds good. What do you think, Lynn?
Yeah, broad, if you want to know if it's really Kate or whatever, if the photo's real, whatever you want to.
Well, yeah, I think it's been established the photo is not real. So what is happening with her? Where is she? What is happening?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to pull Kaila, as I'm English,
Sure.
and I'm kind of closer to this, as it were. Not that close. Yeah, and also something that I also saw when Prince William and Kate, he's Prince, isn't he? Kate released their Christmas photo. Again, I think it was the same child. It looked like he didn't have a middle finger. And they said, oh, his finger was bent back, but it didn't look like it was bent back. It just looked like he had 4 fingers. So there's some real weird stuff happening at the moment, especially with those two. And it's like real comms and signals, isn't it? And I just read as well that the White House has said that they don't edit photos. Just straight off the bat without being asked. Yeah, we don't edit photos. It's like everybody
the White House. What do they have to do with that?
Yeah, exactly. Well, they're all connected, right?
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like every time they say something, it's the opposite, right? So maybe they're trying to say they do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bottom of the deck, we have the 2 of Wands already, looking from a safe space. So I'm just going to get the cards together and then send it off to Lynn, and she will share with the group.
And I also saw a picture. I saw a picture the other day that of Kate, and apparently she's got a mole here, and it looked like that she didn't have the mole anymore. It's like, who is this person that is apparently looking like Kate? So it's like in the media, they're trying to push us down this road of like, is it really them?
Yeah.
I think they're pushing us to ask the questions.
Mm.
Um,
I think
Barb's start time just got pushed back, so she won't be able to be on probably until after 8.
I was just thinking of something to say then. Oh yeah, the problem is that a lot of people in the UK love the Royals. What percentage?
Still?
Yeah. What percentage? I have no idea. But once they realise that the Royals aren't the amazing people that they think they are, they will, I don't know, lose their shit. Oh. How many major arcanas can we get in a spread, Kaila?
Right. So definitely some shady business happening there with that moon card and the high priestess too.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So something has definitely happened in the background, right?
Yes, some sort of revelation or something big. And they don't really want us to know what that moon card, right? So it's a bit secretive.
Yeah, you could say that she's crossed over with that one as well.
That's what I'm thinking. It's
Mm.
not the real Kate, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's the real Kate. It hasn't been for a long time. And
Because,
with the Knight of Wands, that's the alliance card, right? The good military. And I actually asked for that card to represent her. So that's kind of interesting.
So an actor playing her on behalf of the White Hats.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. And somebody younger than her with that Page of Pentacles.
There's
just below.
There's also the theory, and it's interesting you pull a knight.
She could be born a man.
Well, yeah, because I think Janine's been saying for a while that she used to be a boy. If you look at her body shape,
right?
And we know that the deep state have this habit of like swapping kids' genders at birth. Well, not at birth, as young kids. So it's interesting that we got the knight, which is usually a very male figure. How would you read the star and the high priestess, Kaila, at the bottom?
Yeah, so with that 9 of Swords, I am thinking there is unnecessary worry. Like they're putting out a lot of information about her, but it's definitely not what's actually happening with the high priestess just below and the moon card just next to it. I think they're putting out a lot of information as that she's really sick, but it's not actually the case. Now it's still up in the air. We didn't actually ask the question as to whether she's passed over or if she is still with us. It's interesting that we have the 2 of Wands at the bottom of the deck, so I don't know if she's been removed off somewhere and that's what that star card might be indicating, that I don't know if they have removed her maybe to another part of behind the wall, if you want to call it, or somewhere else. With that star card, definitely, I think whatever it is that is happening, it is some sort of wish fulfillment, and quite possibly for humanity. This person is creating with the world. There's a Page of Pentacles and the High Priestess. I think we're just being given little bits of the information, and whatever it is definitely not on point. It's not trustworthy. And with the 2 clarifiers, the 3 of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles, we're having some sort of new beginning. We're going off into new territory, and possibly without the royals being a big part of the world as they have been in the past.
Is she spilling the beans on the royals, do you think?
That did come to me. That is a possibility, I think. What do you think, Lynn?
Say it again. I'm sorry, I missed it. I was.
Is she spilling the beans on the royals?
I don't see enough swords here to be thinking that, other than the worrying,
The reason that springs to mind with me is I have no idea what star sign she is. I can look that up, but I it's like a pouring the information out about them. That's kind of just what kind of sprung to mind there. Let me find Kate Middleton.
I kind of get like the feeling with the moon card that she's already been processed on the other side.
Yeah.
Okay.
The tower moment, I mean, that could even be all the royals, everything
Right, so
crashing down.
So she's a Capricorn. She's January 9th. Is that Earth, Lynn?
Yeah. Hang on a second. My brain is a little fried today. Hold on.
Do you know what card that would correlate to?
She's Cardinal Earth, yes. You mean out of the major arcanas?
Yeah, because they're all linked up, aren't they? I think.
Yeah. Hang on. I have Tarot Astro. Let's see. I forget. What is she? Capricorn. The Hermit. The Hermit.
Okay.
And the Devil, actually.
Interesting.
No, that's Capricorn is I believe.
Yeah, January 9th is Capricorn.
Capricorn, yeah.
Yep. So we don't have either of those cards here. So, but then again, like Janine always says, they probably use the wrong birth dates and stuff anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, with the tower and the moon, I can get where you may believe that she has passed on. Those two cards together. Yeah.
It's interesting you didn't end up getting the Magician at all,
Yeah. I was half expecting that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we
Kaila, can you maybe flip the deck over and pull two more clarifiers and see if we get any more information?
Yes.
Just tell us what you get.
So the first one is the Four of Cups, and then we have the World card.
So something came to an end. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever it was, she was removed by the Alliance, so the White Hats.
Yep. I think so too. So
should we pull? Let's do one more pull on when they're going to kind of talk about when the royals will kind of be outed, as it were, because
outed or just what do you? You think they're going to off Charlie Pants and then let William and then out him? Because didn't they say that William? I think the Q boards actually say that William he'll be crowned, but it's not going to be for very long.
Oh, really?
I think so.
We could just perhaps should we do an overview on what the plan for the British Royals is generally
in the near future?
Lynn, do you want to pull on that one?
No, I don't want to pull on the Royals at all.
And that's why you need to pull on them.
Too many past lives with them where they abused me. So, Ali, can you see Hammy in the waiting room?
Cannot.
No. She says it's connecting and it's spinning, so hopefully she'll be. That's just her internet then. All right, what am I asking? You're
asking what is the overall plan, if you like, for the British Royals?
Long-term plan for the British. Long-term plan?
Yeah. Just long, medium, short, see if we can get some kind of timing stuff. I know timing's difficult. Lynn, she's in the waiting room. If you can just message her when you get my.
Yeah, hang on a second.
Sure.
I thought we were going to go early, so I'm like, "Are you in the waiting room?" She's like, "You said this time." I'm like, oh, well, that's funny. The tower in the past again. I think they've all been taken care of.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yep. And the high priestess down in the bottom, but in the middle this time.
Interesting.
Yeah. I'm not going to do clarifiers. Let's just take these cards, since we're just. I don't think we're getting a timing.
Yeah.
I think it's already happened, basically, which to me, I think tells us.
It really does make me think that everything that's happening in the media is just making people kind of just question stuff. And I think that is the first stage between outing, isn't it? The first stage before outing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, let me do and screen share and so they're the Three of Cups. I mean, an agreement. It's got to be an agreement with them, and probably how. I mean, I think like how the Queen got let go, you know, at a certain time. So there's some sort of an agreement, but I don't think. We got the Six of Coins, and again, probably with the coins, it's probably going to be related somehow or another with the financial system. Not saying, you know, but I think it's going to be in correlation with that, maybe.
Yeah, I do feel like as soon as one of these things goes down, everything kind of comes out. That whole.
I think so too. But I love how the tower came back. I was like, oh yeah, they're all gone. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Ten of Cups, you know, our wish.
Yeah.
Right. And the Page of Swords, they're just putting out gossip and innuendo. And it's all about drawing attention to all of the bad stuff that's been happening. The High Priestess, they don't really want to tell us exactly what's happening. They want people to ask the questions. But
they're being strategic about how it's being let out with that Seven of Swords.
It's definitely strategy, isn't there? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Righty. But no time.
Have we got six of coins? The Six of Coins makes me think within 6 months, but I don't know. Or
it could be June. It could be June. The two clarifiers are the Magician and the Emperor.
And the Emperor.
So, yeah.
All right.
All parts of the movie.
Oh,
lovers were on the bottom. So all righty.
All right. Okay. I'm gonna let Hammi in. So Hammi is our special guest today. Let me let her in.
Okay.
So Hammi is Lynn's friend. Myself and Kaila don't know her, so she's new to us, which is great.
Hammi, can you unmute and put your camera on? There, she unmuted. Woohoo!
I'm trying to get my camera. Let's see.
There she is.
Hi, Hammi. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Are you well today, Hammi?
I am. I'm a little flustered, but I'm okay.
Oh, we're always flustered. Welcome,
Right.
welcome to the circle. So I'm just gonna introduce you with your little bio here. So you were born and raised in Nebraska, and your gifts were blown wide open at the age of 5 when your father died unexpectedly. You lost your memory after your father's death, and during this time, your guides worked on you and taught you many spiritual healing techniques along with animal communication. And so today you're a healer, an animal communicator and you're very psychic and you incorporate the use of crystals with your healing. And you're the owner of Bliss Barn at Sherwood Forest, located at Avoca, if I pronounce it right.
Avoca.
Avoca, Avoca,
Yeah.
Nebraska. And this facility will be used to host spiritual healing retreats, weddings, and animal sanctuary for animals that need their forever home. I love it. Their first planned spiritual healing retreat is coming up this August 2024 and will be hosted by you and your daughter Megan of Mama Moon Rocks, Crystal and Spiritual Tour Shop. And you and your three children, along with your families, will all reside at Sherwood Forest down the road. Amazing. And I'll put the links of everything below. And you've previously held spiritual healing retreats at your home in the Florida Keys, along with being a QHHT practitioner. So welcome, Hammi. We're excited to have you here.
Thank you. Thanks very much. Appreciate it.
All right. So
that's Allie and that's Kaila down below.
Hi.
Well,
So
I don't know where they are
you.
located on yours.
Yeah. So
Gotcha.
We are going to pull cards for you today. So first of all, what do you know about tarot? I'm presuming that you know quite a lot, as you've got lots of kind of a nice spiritual background there.
Yeah, I've never specialized in tarot, quite honestly.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's energy work just from readings I've gotten and just how accurate it is.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's all about energy and being able to, communicate and get messages basically, but I don't know much about tarot.
Okay. All right. Lovely. All right. So, do you have a first question for us?
I do. I've been dealing with a lot of resistance building my wedding venue, my retreat venue, my venue. And so it makes me question, is this the wrong direction? Should I be doing this? So my question is, am I doing the right thing by building that venue?
So the venue generally or just for weddings?
No, just generally, because it's going to be used for a lot of different things.
Okay.
I say wedding venue because my daughter, that's how she puts it out on Facebook, and she talks about the weddings. So she's just kind of pounded that into my head, but the venue.
Okay.
Allie, your turn.
Shall I pull on that because I haven't pulled yet? Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
I've got my gold cards.
So while I was pulling, I just want to say that I'm just reading your bio earlier. It's so inspirational and so lovely, just everything I read, so I think we need a lot more of these types of places, and I think it's a wonderful idea. So I wish you all the best with all of that.
Thank you so much. Appreciate that.
No problem.
Let's see if I can get them straight for you, Hammi. I have this thing where they're always wonky and everyone takes the mickey out.
That's okay. I'm going to turn my light on.
So you all can see, this is the property where she's building everything and where they're going to live. Isn't it fabulous?
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Yes, it is.
The big dirt pad is the venue.
That's where the venue's going to be here?
Yes. Yep. Today we just staked out the four corners of it, so that was kind of cool.
And that's this is not going to be this color, but so you can see how big this place is going to be, girls. Hold on. Her daughter just posted. Look at where'd that come from?
It was pinned.
There you go. Look at that. Look at how big this place is going to be.
Oh my goodness. So what's the time frame? When are you expecting this to be up and ready to roll?
We are still working with the architect, so he did just give me permission to cut the timbers to get them going, and that takes at least 2 months. I'm not sure. They build the building on the floor of this big warehouse building, and so they drill all the holes, they assemble the whole thing, and then they know it fits together, and then they package it all up and then ship it to you, and so that takes a little bit. So I think it'll take a few months to stand all those timbers. And then we're hoping, he's saying 1 year from the time we break ground. So I'm hoping summer of next year will be open, of 2025.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, but it could be spring. And until
But
then, I'm gonna
what about your house? When will your house be done? Is that by
my
August?
house will be done on my birthday, July 17th. So
Oh, there we go.
So I'm gonna shoot for retreats, maybe that last week of August, to start, and that'll give me time to get furniture and everything in place and stuff. But like my basement it's a walkout, and it walks out to nature, and it's all on the farm. It's all on the same. I bought 200 acres of land just so I could escape. And so yeah, so anyways, got lost. I forgot my thought. Sorry. But the
Oh,
Okay,
house,
Allie, what you got?
well,
yep.
I see that it will be good. I feel like there's been stuff holding you back with that devil card in the past. So there's stuff you've had to get over, and you're still getting over. But with that Eight of Pentacles in the middle, this is you kind of working well towards your goals. And with that Eight of Wands in the near future here, that means things will go quite quickly in the future, but you might have to spend some time alone to kind of get to where you need to be. But again, we've got Pentacles at the bottom here, so we've got Seven of Pentacles, and we've got Eight of Pentacles. So this means to me, you're slowly getting to where you want to be. I think it's interesting with that Four of Pentacles as well there. Has there been money things that have stopped you kind of pushing forward with this? Has that been part of the problem? Yeah. So I think because you're working, just keep on doing what you're doing. Does that make any sense? Like in the background, there's been stuff that has to be gotten over for you to get to where you need to be. Is that kind of what's kind of held you back? Does that make any sense at all?
Yeah, I had a builder, my original builder, he stole $1 million from me. And
Okay.
they find
Okay. He's your devil.
they and they
Welcome.
arrested
Karma will
they
bite, my love.
arrested
Karma will bite
they
him.
finally arrested him, thank God. So
Okay.
No, I'm so
he's
sorry.
done it. Yeah, he's done it to like 22 families. So it
Oh my
wasn't just
goodness.
me. And so it's a really big deal. It'll be on the national news when they release it, I'm sure.
Oh my goodness.
So
And
it's like eight states. It's a big scheme that he did. And he
and ha
basically he preyed on like really kind, trusting people. He was
Mm,
yeah, it was it's so I've had a lot of trouble with that, and anything that was attached to him, just I'm finally free of all of that. I got a new builder. Everything is bruising fast now. But then that whole thing has forced me to sell my Florida home. And now those people are trying to like basically try to get me to throw all my stuff in with the sale. And so I'm really having a hard time getting over knowing, should I just do it? Am I being too stuck in principle? It's annoying that they want all my stuff, but they don't want to pay for it. And it wasn't even for sale in the first place with the house. So I'm dealing with a lot of stuff. And because
mhm.
if I don't sell that, I can't really finish the venue. So I'm in a situation. So yeah, I've had a lot of resistance.
Allie,
and
you're muted.
Okay.
yes. So I know my dogs are barking. Sorry. Have you got your money back?
No.
Are you
They
likely to?
I will get some back. They don't know how much. He has stolen money from everybody. He pretended to be a builder, and he took money right from their loans. He had subs come and do work and didn't pay them. He didn't pay for the materials. And so there's a lot of money that was stolen, and
Oh my
they
goodness.
don't know if they'll be able to recover it all. But they told my daughter went to the arraignment. He was arrested on 2/22, by the way. And So they told everybody that did go, all the victims that showed up, that they would get their money back. But they couldn't promise that it would be all of it, but that they would sell. He has a lot of assets. And so
hopefully then you'll be able to re, re
something.
recoup. But I think regardless of whether you get your money back or not, with these you've got the Seven of Pentacles, because Pentacles are usually about money but can be earthly things. So you've got the Seven of Pentacles, you've got the Eight of Pentacles, you know, things will come good on that front. So I wouldn't worry so much about that. And I can see with that Five of Cups there, that's you being a little bit sad because of things that have happened. You can see like he's a sad figure there. But what's important about the Five of Cups, you can see like the Three of Cups down on the floor, which is like, you know, the things that are not so great. But behind him, you've got the Two of Cups, which are things that are good. So don't worry about the things that have gone wrong. Look at the things that are going right, because there's always a flip side. There's always a reason why these crappy things happen to you, right? They always teach you lessons. So yeah, I think it's great. Just keep on doing what you're doing. I also pulled 3 cards to clarify here. We've got the King of Swords, we've got the seven of Swords, and we've got the Five of Wands. And I think, you know, you probably will still, sorry, I chopped off the Five of Wands there in my picture. I think you'll still have some ups and downs and a few battles and things like that, but nothing too crazily. I view you as the King of Swords here. Now, the King of Swords is someone who's quite detached and quite emotionless, and I think that you just need to keep speaking your truth, keep going down what feels good for you, but kind of keep your emotions out of it a little bit, because this is like a worky thing. And on the bottom of the deck, I've got the Four of Swords, and I feel with this card, this will create your little piece, your piece, if you like. And it looks very lovely, the picture that Lynn just shared. And I think this will give you your piece, hopefully to give you your peace of mind back. And I'm not sure if that makes any sense to you at all. But yeah, so you know, expect things, you know, to, you know, be you know, not things like this are never kind of straightforward. You know, you're always going to have stuff happen. And maybe with that Seven of Swords there, that relates to the strategy that this builder guy had, you know, in the past. But
it could
you know,
be the court case, Allie. Allie, it could be the court cases coming up. They're going to be strategy with the court cases getting the money back.
Yeah.
And a battle with the wands, you know? Yeah.
Does anyone else see anything different in the cards there?
I just think once she gets going, the Eight of Wands is going to bring the money in fast with that Seven of Pentacles.
Yeah.
And even not just the money, but I think the project is going to move a lot faster, you know, in the near future. And I can see where you are taking a long-term view for the future with that Four of Pentacles, and with that Seven of Pentacles just below. It's like where you're at right now. You're sort of wondering, you know, all of these upsets I'm having, is it sort of telling me maybe I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do? Maybe you're second guessing yourself. But with that Eight of Wands, it's telling you, no, just continue. You're on the right track. Sometimes these obstacles come in our way, maybe just to test us to see how badly do we want this. But I think your heart is in the right place. I think you do need to take a little bit of rest with that Four of Swords. I know that that's easier said than done when you have these big projects happening, you know. And with those clarifiers, I agree with what Ali is saying, everything. She did a really great job with interpreting those cards. I was thinking the same thing. But I can see where you have been working very, very hard, and it's sort of just encouraging you to just keep going. There might be some things that come up in the near future that are unknown right now. Some new information coming up may cause you to shift some of the planning a little bit, but just continue with, you know, your aim, where your mind, where your head is at, you know, what is it you're creating, And even if you do shift some of your plans, I think it's going to be where it should be. It's meant to be. And as Ali said, you are the king of swords. So, you know, stand in your strength and power. And it's with all of those sword cards, it's sort of telling you, be a little careful with the information you're sharing or how you speak, maybe to the contractors or the people who are working on the project with you. You know, but that King of Swords, he stands in his power and he takes charge. He also has a little bit of humor to it. And, you know, I'm sure there's a lot of inner battles happening and conflict with everything that's just happened. But it's calling for you to, you know, just take a little bit of rest, you know, look at things again and push forward.
Okay.
So that's what I'm getting.
Thank you for that.
You are
You're
doing the
welcome.
right thing, my love. You definitely are.
Thank you.
Awesome.
That's good to hear.
Awesome. Do you have any further questions on the back of that poll, or does that kind of answer for you?
That okay, I have one attached, and it's as far as I have some buyers that they gave me an offer on the Florida house, and it was just my house that was for sale, and now they want to buy all my furniture, but I don't want to sell it all, and I feel like they're kind of bullying me in the deal, and I really need to sell it. So like they've countered me back again, and they just want. And so should I just cave in and just quit resisting and fighting and just say fine and then and move on? I mean, I don't know if I should just keep fighting them, or I'm afraid to lose them. I'm in a situation where I'm going to get a lot of money pretty soon, and that'll really sew in the wedding, not the wedding, but the venue. It'll lock that in, and I won't have any kind of doubts or hesitations of whether I can bring it in. But then, I just kind of like, geez, people, that's my stuff, and it's like, that wasn't part of the deal. I never said I was gonna sell my house turnkey with everything in it. And it's beautiful and they love it and I get it, but they just won't take no for an answer. And my daughter told me, she's like, Mom, we added the stuff up, and so, for an extra 50 grand, they're going to buy some furniture. And so I had to list out what I was going to include, and I did, and then it just wasn't good enough. And now all of a sudden they want this and that and this and that. And so I just don't know if I should just settle the thing and try to suck it up and be okay with this, or if I should counter them back again. I'm getting tired. They're wearing me out.
Let people wear you out. Just slap them.
I want to. If I didn't need to sell to bring that venue in, I would tell them to pound sand in a heartbeat. But I need to close this deal.
Yeah.
It's a big, and it'll give me security in doing what I need to do in my life too.
Do they know how badly you need to sell?
Do
they have any idea? They don't know.
No.
Okay, good.
No, they have no idea.
I think you're on the pool, Kaila, right? On the pool.
Yeah.
That sounds really bad, doesn't it? Kaila's on the pool.
It's that damn British accent. Pull, people. Pull, not POLE.
Bloody English. Bloody
That's
hell.
funny.
All right.
So my question was, should she accept this offer, or give her some advice about this specific offer? Should she accept it?
What do you reckon, Kaila?
So Tammy is coming across as the Hierophant, and just below is saying that she's done a lot of hard work. She's at the 11th hour. She needs to get the sale done. In the past, have offers been a bit slow in coming?
Yes.
It's been Knight of Pentacles. So I'm assuming this is why, with this offer coming in with the Knight of Swords just in the middle, it's, it's hard because this offer represents, is represented by the Eight of Swords. This is so there's some sort of it's not exactly what you wanted. You can see that this person is a little bit, you know, not happy about the whole situation. It does represent a new beginning with the Fool there. So I'm seeing what you're saying. And the outcome is Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands, is there a possibility of countering again? It's not giving like a clear yes to go ahead. This person actually, this Knight of Wands goes very quickly. And then the clarifier is the Knight of Cups and the Magician. So Knight of Cups, he makes an offer from the heart, and the Magician is somebody who's manifesting this offer. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Pentacles. So it's like you considering, is this worth it to me? So now in deciphering, should you take this offer, I feel there is a possibility to, you know, counter back, and maybe they're going to cave. I know you're playing it a bit safe. I want to hear what Ali and Lynn have to say. The Knight of Wands, he does go quickly, so this could also be saying yes, go with the offer. I want to hear what Ali and Lynn have to say about this specific one, because it's not a clear yes.
Did you say, Hammi, that they've offered 50 grand for all the stuff in the house?
For some of the stuff in the house.
Okay. Can you perhaps go back with an offer of 70 with that Seven of Pentacles? What's your gut feeling here? Is it that you want to get more money for everything in the house, or you want to keep some? What is your gut saying here?
I am going to keep some of the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know, some of it's very sentimental, and I'm just going to tell them it's not for sale.
Mm-hmm.
But the rest, I guess it's my gut is saying it's not really fair that, you know, I listed out the furniture, and then all of a sudden they want all my TVs and all my kitchenware now for free. And that was never part of the deal. So I'm feeling that's just so wrong.
That's not cricket, is it? So can you go back with you know, bumping up and say, yeah, well, sure, you can have all of that, but you got to, and if it's stuff like TVs that's not really got any kind of you know, emotional connection, and you're happy to get rid, because I presume that you would need to kind of ship it over anyway, which would cost you more money, right? Can you just add that in and say, yeah, you can have it, but it will cost you an extra 20 grand or whatever a figure that you work out? I mean, I also think that with that Fool in the bottom row, I think the advice here is whatever you choose, it'll be okay. Because you've got everything that you need in that little backpack of yours. Everything will be fine. Just trust. But with that Knight of Cups, that's really like, what is good for you? Like, what is your heart saying here? And you can, just as Kaila said, you can manifest your the outcome that's really important for you. Yeah, and don't tie yourself up in knots about that with the Eight of Swords. You know, it's not that important at the end of the day. It will all work itself out. And with that previous pull that I did, you know, everything will be fine anyway. So this is just stuff, you know, that has to be sorted out for sure, but don't get yourself all het up, and because it's you with that Eight of Swords, it's you that's tying yourself up here. If you look at her kind of binds that she has, she can get out of it quite easily. So you know, don't worry too much. But I can see with those knights there, you really want to push things kind of forward. You want to get this done, and I understand that. Yeah. But yeah, that's what I would do. I would counter back and say, especially with this spread here, I'd say, you know, yep, you can have it, love, but you're gonna have to pay a little bit more. Lynn, what else do you see?
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I'm glad you brought up the the Eight of Swords because I'm like, you can walk away from it if you want to. And you're worrying maybe too much about some of the stuff because I think it's, you know, you just don't want to get ripped off again. You know, like I said, don't anything sentimental. I'm sorry, it's off. But if you want, this is what I offered you for 50 grand, which is, as you told me earlier today, is worth more than that. And now if you want this, this, and that, we're going to have to tally it up because it was the house that was for sale. And they're either going to want it or not. And I have a feeling they're probably going to do it. And maybe with the magician too, they may do a couple more counter offers. I'm thinking. So.
Yeah, there's two cards of manifestation here, right? There's the Fool and the Magician card. So, yeah.
And they both have everything that they need for it, you know? But I think with that Seven of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, everything's going to work out fine. And like Allie was saying, maybe 70 grand. Maybe you counter back. Okay, 70 grand if you want all this stuff.
Right.
But definitely if you don't want to give some sentimental stuff, you know, hold on to it.
Which is,
you know, you don't have to
probably
cave.
your Knight of Cups too. That could be the Knight of Cups, the emotional tie to that stuff. Yeah. So it's interesting you got all of the knights, all 4 knights on that.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm not sure I've ever seen all the knights.
I don't think I have either.
Yeah. Crazy, right? Yeah. You are a knight. Nice.
Kaila, what are the next 2 cards on the deck?
Next
or did you shuffle
cards, already? No, I did not.
To see if there's a little more clarification.
The Emperor and the Tower. I'll pull one more. 5 of Wands.
Yeah. A little more battling, but all new. You know, the Tower is just the foundation that needs to come out, but the Emperor means she's going to come out on top, I think.
Yeah.
At some point in time, you're going off into new territory and there's some sort of kindness. So, you know, stick to your gut and what you feel is right.
I will. Thank you.
All right.
You're welcome.
Okay. Have you got another question for us, Hammi? I can do another one for you.
Where I have so much going on right now that demands my attention. Like every minute of my day is spoken for. Ask Lynn. So sorry. And I'm just bouncing around just from one fire to the next. And so where should I really keep my focus? Where should my focus zero in? Where should I really be putting my mind right now?
Lynn, are you going to pull on this one, please?
Yeah. All right.
I hear doggies.
Mine probably.
That's Lynn's, yeah. Mine.
Yeah, they're outside.
You all have dogs except me.
Kaila, you got to catch up.
I know, I love them, and I had them back home because I'm originally from the Caribbean. But since we moved here to Canada, we don't have any right now. We'll see in the future.
Yeah, you never know. They come into your life sometimes when you least expect it.
Yeah, right. And I love dogs.
Yeah, me too. I'm a dog fanatic. I talk to them a lot, and yeah, I'm very close to the dog energy, big time.
Right. That's nice. Yeah. And Lynn mentioned that you also are an animal communicator.
Yep. Yes.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
Yep. Yeah, it's fun. And they recognize me somehow, some way. It's all energy, you know, but they recognize that like I'm one of them. And they, like, if I'm on a plane and you know how some people will have their little dog running down the aisle, you know, with them to go to their seat. Every one of them stops at my side, and it's like they talk to me for a minute, you know, and then the owners are like, "Whoa, never does that," and I'm like, "I know," you know, but it's just close.
What's the strangest thing an animal's ever told you?
Oh, The strangest thing an animal's ever told me was it was actually my own animal, and she kind of tricked me. I asked her what her favorite toy was, and she said, well, that's easy, it's my white bone. And I was like, you don't have a white bone. And she was like, yes, I do. That's my favorite toy. And I was like, you don't have a white bone. And she was just kept arguing with me. And then I remembered when she was a tiny puppy, she had a white Nyla bone. And it's just half of it's left. And I was thinking bone. And so it was just kind of cute that, that white bone was such a deal. And I was so resistant to it. And she was right. But that was just kind of crazy.
All right. So this is the pull for where you
What she needs to
concentrate on.
um, obviously she's got a lot going on, and I'm thinking it's more or less wanting her to follow her heart and her own intuition. I'm not getting a definitive. Is anybody else? I mean, especially with the hanged man and the magician.
I think it's calling for her to look at things in a whole different way.
Yeah.
And what that is, I think it's sort of you having to figure that out for yourself, because there's quite a few fives here. And
Yeah.
that means, where you're sort of at a point of temporary setbacks, but it is temporary. So we have the sword, so in the past, so we have inner conflict, questioning things, maybe even some minor arguments or whatever happening. You come across as the Page of Swords, and working very hard with that Pentacles card just below it. So as you said, you're working so hard on so many things. And there is a focus right now on the emotional setbacks. So that's what I'm seeing, and it's calling for some rest and some, look, again, there is some unknown information. Whatever is happening right now is happening for a reason, and you're not seeing it yet. So you're still in that tunnel and you haven't seen the light yet, but it's coming. And so with that Six of Wands, it's actually a victory card. So that is a very good sign. So you're just about to hit that hill where you just go over and things sort of flow a little better. So in the near future, in the advice cards on that Five of Wands, so the Five of Wands represents inner conflict and conflict among groups. So there are quite a few bit of, in the turmoil. I think, as you said, you're sort of questioning things a little bit. But the advice is the Hanged Man and the Magician. It's really calling for you to sit in stillness, find that still time, which I know you don't have right now, and to sort of just find a way to look at things in a different way. It's all happening for you to look at things in a different way. Whatever that is going to be specific to you. And that Magician card is very positive. So it's all leading you somewhere very good, and it's coming, but it is calling for you to do some inner work. So everything positive is there, but that working through whatever blockages or whatever turmoil is happening, it has to be done. Yeah, Ali?
Hammi, are you working with other people on some projects?
Thank you very much for that.
No problem.
Yes, I've worked with so many people, an architect, two different designers, doing my house and the venue, so two different builds. And so I got my builder in there. I'm meeting with plumbers, electricians. I'm making decisions on where to put things, and I don't know what I'm doing. So yeah, I'm meeting my CPA, a realtor because I'm selling my house. The list goes on.
It's interesting with the situation, how the Five of Cups, she's holding her heart. We know it's very emotional for you.
It is.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, with that three of coins, I feel that everything's on a strong foundation, especially with the people that you're currently working with. But there will be, there is with those Five of Wands, there is tussling, I think is the word that kind of springs to mind. There will be some tussles. but you've got to give, I think with that Four of Swords, you've got to make sure that you give yourself some rest. You've got we've got the Four of Swords, we got the hanged man as well. So, you know, give yourself time to go in, meditate, and give yourself whatever self-care that you need. And I think because it sounds like you've got so much happening, if you don't do that, it's gonna kind of make it a bit more problematic for you. But you know, as long as you give yourself that time, I think that everything will be good. And remember, with that magician, you can manifest things going more smoothly if you feel that things are having a sticking point. But yeah, I completely agree with that six of wands. You know, you're either having a victory at the moment, or it's very, very close. You know, it's
Right
it's
around the
like
corner.
yeah, it's like you kind of feel like you level up a little bit. It's almost like, okay, that's an achievement, and then you're going to move on to something else. And I think that will kind of give you a little bit more that will kind of give you a bit more confidence that you're going in the right direction and everything's okay. But trust, and yeah, with that Five of Cups, trust your heart, trust, I think, trust yourself, give yourself a break.
I'm
I think
supposed to
also
leave
with
on-
her coming up as the page, look at the page is young. So all of this is new right now. And it's gonna, you know, I think that's showing the newness of everything, which is, you know, like you said, just all going through it. But yeah.
Yeah, so
Got this, girl.
yeah, so because, and this is Lynn rightly says, because you're the Page of Swords, it might feel a little bit overwhelming because you feel like you haven't done this before and you haven't got the experience or whatever. But it'll all be good. Just as we saw with the Fool in that previous pool, you've got everything that you need in your little backpack. Just trust that you can, and you will, one day at a time. But self-care important, downtime important. So I would say focus that first, and then everything else will work itself out.
Okay. I'm gonna go down to the Keys for 3 weeks. I'm supposed to leave on Friday. So
That's
I've been
lovely.
so
That's
torn and thinking about
wonderful.
I should push my ticket down the road. But I think I'll just go now that I've need to take care of myself.
Yeah, and I think
It'll
with
stop
that,
the madness.
I think with that Hanged Man, that kind of says you need a little bit of space there. Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I just need
Mm.
everything to just stop for a while. And, you know, they can
Yeah.
call me, they can text me, they can
And
email.
come back with fresh eyes and see everything in a different way. But it definitely shows that you have the magic, you know, you have everything there. So that self-care is important.
Okay.
Thank you. I'll do it.
All right, good. So what we're planning to do now, Hammy, is we always do like a 2-week poll for what advice to give to people who are watching this. And so Lynn always pulls this in advance. Would you like to stay, or are you time poor today?
No, I can stay, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd
All
love
right.
to.
Awesome. So Barb did a lovely. Barb is like our fourth wheel, but she's got a gig tonight. But so what she did is she talked through what she feels is, well, how to help us negotiate the next couple of weeks until our next show. Who wants to read what Barb has said on this?
Yeah, I think Lynn has it.
Lynn,
Yeah, we've got it. And Allie, I mean, Kaila and I went over, we've got some different things. The one thing
Okay.
on Barb's list, she actually wrote King of Pentacles, but we don't have the King of Pentacles. So,
Yeah, she mistook it for the King of Cups. Yeah.
we got a little confused about that. So
It's because the deck is
it,
so new, that's why.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But she does mention the King of Cups, which we do have. So initially she was saying, by the looks, the Seven of Cups, the Judgment, she says King of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, and Queen of Wands. I'd say new financial system is imminent, which if it was the King of Pentacles, I would say, yeah, but it's the King of Cups. So
Yeah.
there could be some fear and confusion for some considering the Seven of Cups, which would be about right. But look at the card on this deck. It seems advantageous with opportunities coming to fruition. You know, we've got the rainbow and everything else in the Seven of Cups. The blue flame gives her the quickening, awakening vibes, like what Cliff High tells us and what Janine and John Claude call hyper novelty. So everybody's starting to wake up. So I'm going to crucify Maliki's name. Card number 33, which Barbara liked the number 33 life path number, which has mastery and the ability to truly selfless, a higher way of thinking. She sees the world going in that direction and everything flips, the 5D everyone is talking about. Together with the Libra card, it reminds us whenever the financial event happens, we need to stay genuine and appreciative. Sometimes spend some time in nature, which, yeah, she definitely talks about, is usually brings people back down to earth. Pun intended, she said, because Barb would just be smiling as she said that. Truth and integrity takes Barb back to the Queen of Wands right below. Keep in mind, the world is changing as we know it. Change can bring positivity and negativity. So we need to stay modest and grounded in it all. And the cassette says it reminds us to stay open-minded and to keep it moving, kind of like the man in the Three of Wands card who has new outlooks, new directions, not forgetting the past, but neither dwelling on it either. Do we have a Three of Wands? We didn't have Three of Wands. She must have just been talking about it in general. So, but that was Barbara's interpretation. Kaila, you want to go with yours?
Yeah, so with these cards, I'm saying whatever has been hidden coming to light with the first three cards in the tarot, also being judged. So it's a time of reckoning with judgment, a major wake-up call. With the blue flame just above, I think it's also a time of individual awakening and resurrection of whatever that blue flame symbolizes to you. So here with these cards, the blue flame highlights spontaneous awakening happening now, and says the blue beings are thought to be activating beings with great potential for healing and upgrading our cellular structures. They appear in moments of extreme awakening, activating a physical Kundalini experience and deep cellular and DNA healing. And it recommends treating this time as deeply sacred by giving yourself space to ground and integrate the extreme changes that we're all going through. Sevens with the Seven of Cups here usually indicates an opportunity for spiritual growth. As cups represents emotions, it's time to get clear on what you want and make the best choices for the next phase of your life. The King of Cups can symbolize many things, but here also means now is the time to act on your life purpose. And since you have done the work with the Eight of Pentacles, continue working hard on your goals. The Queen of Wands energy here symbolizes a time of coming into being more confident and comfortable in your own skin, your intuition, and your spiritual power. She has integrity, sticks to her truth, and has the backing of the universe. So here in this card, we see the Year of the Dragon coming into play with those dragons there. So the astrological and universal energy is also supporting us. Interestingly, we have the oracle card below that says truth and integrity, and the Queen of Wands embodies this. On this oracle card, we also see the number 32. So this may be important for some of you. Maybe you're celebrating a birthday. We see this summer, the word summer also highlighted here. So this can also be symbolic. Maybe something is happening, something is changing then, who knows? And the turquoise comes up too. So maybe wearing turquoise or focusing on the color itself will be useful for the next 2 weeks. With the Libra card just above it, further strengthening the Queen of Wands energy, as she is one who stands in her power, but she is still warm and accommodating without being fake. So that harmonious balance is needed between standing in your truth and bringing harmony to those around you and also within yourself. The card, let me see if I can pronounce this one. I think it's Mieliki, represents the Finnish goddess of the forest and the animals, and it invites you to cultivate a deep sense of responsibility and care for the environment and creatures around you. Here it says you will find divine connection and solace by finding harmony in your relationship with nature. So here we see the 33 that Barb mentioned before. So the cassette speaks for itself. It warns of playing into old patterns and habits. And the Free Spirit card encourages us to once more, like the Queen of Wands, be cautious of judging ourselves and others, and instead put effort into unconditional love. That's what I got.
Nice. I think it's interesting that summer card has come up, because I think that we're going to be in a very different place by the summer. And for anyone here who's not on top of like the astrology, we've got an eclipse happening on the 20th of March, I think, and then we've got another big one on the 8th of April. Lynn, will you be in the path of the eclipse? Hammi, will you be in the path of the eclipse?
Nope.
No?
Nope.
I
No.
I don't know.
I don't think Hammi is either, because she's north of Texas and it's crossing. So it's crossing at a weird, I think she's going to be right in the middle of it. Yeah.
So, yeah, so and everyone's been talking about this 8th of April eclipse for a long time, that it will be, and there's something else happening on the 20th of April, which I can't remember what it is. Do you remember what it is, Lynn?
I can't remember either. There's so much going on, and the last week has been so busy. I haven't even had a chance to catch up on everybody.
Yeah, I just feel that there's going to be a quickening, if you like, over the next couple of months. I've been hearing people say that the veils are thinning as well, so more weird and wonderful stuff might appear to us. And I think as well with that Libra card, that's, you know, that always says to me the scales of justice. So I think there's going to be justice that will be done in the world, and especially with that Judgment card there. But yeah, I think it's going to be, because our next show will be, let's have a look at my calendar.
26.
All right, so we'll be past that first eclipse. I think it's a mini eclipse. I can't remember how Pam Gregory described it, but it's kind of like a smaller sort of eclipse. It's not like a big one as in the 8th of April. But I can't believe we're like the middle of March already. We're kind of zooming towards April. It's kind of crazy, because we've been told for a while that April's going to be big. So I think everything is kind of ramping up. And Hammi, just before you came on, we pulled on the royals, because in the UK there's all sorts of stuff happening that makes it look like the royals are going to be outed soon. I'm not sure if you're on top of all that kind of stuff, but I feel like this is one of the things that will go down in this new world of ours. Is there any other astrological things, Lynn, that's top of mind for you that I didn't cover there, that might kind of intimate anything that will be happening in the next kind of couple of weeks?
Once that big eclipse in April goes, that's the weird one that goes through all those towns with the same name and stuff like that. I think the big one that went last fall went through all the Salems or something like this one, and this one's going through all the Nimiths or something like that. And even in the States and in Canada, it's very interesting. It's probably following ley lines, which I haven't found yet. But with what I was getting on some of these too, with that 7 of Cups, the end of the rainbow and the gold, we've got the 8 of Pentacles, so money's coming in. And I also like that the truth card, truth and integrity card, the summer, look at the gold. So I'm like, well, maybe all of the financial stuff, the gold and the silver, maybe even increasing, could be this summer, maybe June. And then, yeah, some of us are going to have to definitely go in, like the blue flame and the number 33 going out in the nature. What else did I say? The King of Cups. How he reigns over the watery realm with diplomacy and compassion. He leaves no doubt that he is in charge, but also who visits his realm are made to feel welcome and accepted. So I'm thinking when everything starts, when the judgment starts coming and everybody's awakening, we have to remember that we've got to be welcoming and accepting to the newly awakened. We're going to have to be there. I think the King of Cups is reminding us that we're going to have to be there for him again.
Yeah, and with the cups, that always points to heightened emotions and tears and water, perhaps. I did hear something about some kind of tidal wave or something happening on the west coast of the US. I'm not sure if you guys have heard that.
Oh, are you talking about the one that's supposed to wipe out part of the west coast?
Yeah, I can't remember who was talking about it the other day. It might have been Janine. I can't remember, but yeah, but it won't be as bad as what
I don't think so
currently. But yeah, that King of Cups could relate to a bunch of different things. So as always, prepare for the unexpected. Cool.
And Hammy's going, what are you girls talking about? I'm
Yeah.
building a house. I'm too busy.
I'm like, no.
Hey, at least you're in Nebraska. So you're
Right.
you're good.
Yeah.
You're not going to be affected by that.
Yeah. Have we just blown your mind with that reading there, Hammy, or did anything resonate? We've just blown your mind.
Totally. It resonated hard.
Okay. All right. Okay. Cool. Nice. All right. Well, thank you ever so much, ladies. It's been lovely. It's been lovely to meet with you, Hammy, and it's been a pleasure to pull for you. I hope our pulls have been useful. Just let us know if we can help you again on any questions. And
your website. Get us your website. You
haven't
sent me your web address, so we can include that, and I'll give Allie the Facebook page. Address too.
I shall
All right, thank you.
Pop it all. But what's your website address now, and everyone can find you?
It's blissbarnsherwoodforest.com, but I'm not sure if it's launched yet. So if it's not, it'll be launched probably within a week. I've been dealing with that.
Nice. Just one of your things.
Close. Yeah, we'll get her going.
All right.
So they can find you on Facebook in the meantime, right?
Yes. Thank you.
Awesome. Good luck. I look forward to hearing how it all goes.
Yes. Thank you very much.
So nice
thanks
to
for
meet
everything.
you.
All right.
It's great to meet you guys too. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. See you. Bye.
Bye. Take